Hey, how's it going? Figure I'll do another gaming pickup video here. So first game here is Assassin's Creed 3. I never was the biggest fan of Assassin's Creed. I beat the first Assassin's Creed, played a decent amount of the second one, but after that I just stopped really doing it. The game was just too like once you learned how to parry, the game just became too easy in my opinion, and that's pretty much why I stopped playing. But I am more interested in them now. I want to get into the series. But anywho, what I would say here's a pro tip. But anyway, this is what I would say. That you should definitely go for games that you can buy in lots, because I've pretty much gotten a few games that I've wanted this haul because of me buying into lots on eBay. So lots of like 5 games or whatever. There's some duplicates, and with this one, I think I got like 3 copies of this game here. So, but there were the other ones that I was also interested in. So, very much interested into getting into this. All right, let's get to the next game. NFL 2K5. How many hours I have spent on this game right here? If you can, I honestly would say the Xbox version is much better. Um, you have custom soundtracks. I'm not too sure if people on Xbox support this game. I know people do it for Halo too, but definitely would want to check this one out. Custom soundtracks. It is definitely still holds up pretty well. I know it's a sports game, but it definitely still holds up pretty well. And especially just looking back at the things it was doing, first person football, which wasn't done until I'm not even sure if Madden has done it. I don't really play a lot of sports games today, but this definitely was a great game. I think they had you can create your own fan on here, or maybe that may be Madden. But they also had one thing that was unique about training your players throughout the week, getting ready for the game. You can, I think, have them do yoga and some other sort of things, and they'll make their stats a little bit better. And the funny thing is, when you really think of sports games, they're kind of like RPGs. They have stats. You can raise them, and stuff like that. So I just figured I'd throw my little 2 cents in there. But anywho, you definitely, I would say, if you got an Xbox, even a PS2, but more so Xbox, because even the graphics look almost a night and day difference. If you have an original Xbox or even an Xbox 360, because I think it's playable on that too, you definitely should go ahead and buy this right here. It's probably no more than about maybe $10. Anywho, getting to the next one, I guess staying on this right here. I got Doom 3, The Resurrection of Evil. Now, I'm not too sure this disc is going to work. It should. It looks fine. But I have Doom 3 on the Xbox, and it's just an interesting game from a technical perspective to really play on there. So I am definitely very interested in trying this one out. I played a decent amount of 3, but I've never played the actual, the sequel, the DLC, or I guess the expansion at this point. Anywho, if you're interested, I think it's like maybe $14 or less. It's an interesting trip to just see, how the Xbox was able to handle this. And as far as I know, you don't need the Xbox. Well, sorry, you don't need Doom 3 to play this one. This is a standalone. It also comes with Doom 1 and 2 on here too. You can only get that with the collector's edition of Doom 3 prior. So, I mean, if you want a nostalgia trip and you want to just see how great and how powerful your Xbox is with your 64 megabyte, mics of RAM and stuff like that, this is definitely one to go ahead and show it out to. And then the next thing I got was one of the most expensive demos of all time. Gran Turismo 5 Prologue. Oh my gosh, I had a friend that had this game right here. And I used to clown him out so much for buying this game. It is a demo. I don't I don't see it any other way. It's not a complete game. And for the people that spent the $40 that it cost when it first came out, I hope you guys got your money's worth. But I'm glad that I waited. I'm into, Gran Turismo, but not to the point that I'm gonna buy a demo and then just wait for the game to come out. But anywho, it's not bad. It's really fun. I mean, what else more can you say that is Gran Turismo? It was very interesting to see because I know they gave a lot of updates to these games. So, they had care and stuff into it. It's just that $40 price tag was steep, man. I mean, maybe 30 or lower, man. And I would have been like, all right, but $40 was even a lot even for that time because when you look at the things of games costing about $60, it's like, damn, well, I paid two-thirds. Am I doing that right? Either way, I paid over half the cost for a demo, and then later on, years later, I have to pay an additional 60. So anyway, very interesting to have, and I can't really wait to really dive more into that. And now I have Call of Duty Ghost for the Wii U. I was always interested in playing Call of Duty on the Wii U. I have a little soft spot, you could say, for the Wii U. Very much a underrated system, but also very much Nintendo showing incompetence, especially with them caring about the system for maybe about, I don't know, maybe a year's worth. They had Mass Effect 3, Call of Duty, Batman games. Like, they had some pretty heavy hitters. And honestly, I do really wish the Wii U was successful because it's an interesting system. It's not a bad system, and especially with that being kind of, the Switch's starting point, in my opinion. But anyway, not a bad game, Call of Duty Ghost, at least now. I remember when I bought this for $60 on the PC actually. I was very underwhelmed by the game, but it's not necessarily a bad game, especially with today's prices. I think you can find this for maybe $15 on eBay. But anywho, yep. Time to go on to the next one. And more Call of Duty Black Ops 2. This is actually my favorite Call of Duty. And again, as I said earlier, I got this within the lot of games that I got. So this was included in it, as well as like some others that I'm not, necessarily too interested in. I do like playing this, and if you really want to try, the online is still active now. It's like maybe 200, 300 players, but that's not too bad considering how old this is. This game is very fun. I know that people like the story and stuff. I never paid attention to that. I like the multiplayer, and I just like the feel of this one as opposed. Like, I like this more than the Modern Warfare one of this time right here. I would definitely say if you want to play online, be prepared for hackers. I mean, my God, I played yesterday, and this person was literally shooting in the air, and I just got shot up. Like, I just spawned. And nothing, the spawn spots, I mean, I don't remember them being that bad. But anywho, I killed a person. And then they spawned literally right back at the same spot. And then they killed me. So anyway, I'm not too sure if I want to keep this one. Like, I got on the PC, and if they're just hackers, like, I only want it for the multiplayer, man. And yeah, man, I don't know. I might just sell this one right here. Anywho, next one I got Resistance. This right is actually one of my favorite ones for the PS3. It's my favorite Resistance game. I never played 3. I played 2. I was very disappointed with 2. But the first Resistance, I really liked it. It reminded me more so like of a Unreal kind of game, Unreal Tournament kind of. It was faster paced. You had all your weapons you could choose from, and whatnot. So definitely was my cup of tea. I definitely enjoyed this a lot. And, although it didn't really show the most of power of the PS3, well, maybe it did, but for me, I just enjoyed it. It was just a fun game. Definitely cannot stress it. You have a PS3, you definitely should at least play the first Resistance. The second one, in my opinion, goes more on the Call of Duty route. I did play a lot of the multiplayer for that one. I think that's when they had like 64 people, maybe. Or maybe they had 32 players. At the time, it was a lot of people that were on, at least console games. So, going down to the last one here, Cruising World. Oh my God, this was very fun. Not to mention, it's a very catchy, title screen with the music and stuff. You'll sit there maybe for 5 minutes listening to it, even though it's like a 13-second loop. But anyway, and now it's playing in my head. Anywho, very fun game. Very much going to be old school kind of driving. Oh, I mean, hell, me going back to it now, it more so reminds me of like Outrun and stuff like that. Or even though I didn't play that much, but still, um, it is an extremely fun game. And I think it's maybe 15 to 20 bucks. I definitely would get this if you definitely have a 64. It's a fun game. It's one of them games you can sit back, relax, after your nice little long day, weekend, whatever, and just enjoy your time with it. It's extremely fun. And one thing that I didn't get was that you're supposed to actually do the beginner races first. I like playing stuff in hard modes. So if you do the beginner races first, you can make your car actually faster. And I remember the first one, you had to just go through the races, and then you was able to get certain cars and colors, and they were faster. But anywho, great addition to any 64 collection. Same with really any of these games. They're great collections to have. Great to add to your collection. But anywho, this is the gaming pickup that I've had recently. Take care.